Okay, let's go.
Have you ever felt like you're playing a game, but you don't actually know the rules? Especially when it comes to money? Well, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to unpack the rules of the money game that most people are never, ever taught. So let's just start with this. What if I told you that 95% of people will never be financially free? I mean, just think about that. For every 20 people you know, only one of them is actually on a path to real financial freedom. It's a shocking number, and it makes you wonder, right? What does that one person know that the other 19 don't? And here's the real kicker. It's not because they don't earn enough money. We all know people who make a great salary but are somehow still broke at the end of the month. See, the problem isn't the size of the paycheck, it's the lack of a playbook. It's like being thrown into the Super Bowl without anyone ever explaining the rules of football. So that begs the question, if these rules are so critical, why don't they teach them in school? Well, the tough answer is that our financial system isn't really designed for you to win. It's designed to create a world of consumers, not owners. And the result of that design? It's pretty staggering. Just look at this number, 78%. This right here, this is the outcome of a game where most people don't know the rules. That's the percentage of people who are living paycheck to paycheck. If that feels like your life, that constant hamster wheel of earning just to spend it all, the most important thing you can hear right now is this. It is not your fault. It's the result of a system that profits when you are kept in the dark. The source material calls this the financial matrix. You know, a system that's literally designed to keep you trading your time for money for your entire life. It thrives on financial illiteracy. But just like in the movies, once you can see the code behind the matrix, you can start to break free. And that escape plan, it doesn't start with a budget or a stock tip. It starts right up here in your mind. Before you can change your bank account, you have to fundamentally change the way you think about money. It's a mind game long before it's a numbers game. And this slide, this is basically the entire mindset shift in a nutshell. On the left, you've got the default programming most of us grew up with. You see a dollar, you think about what you can spend it on. You focus on your salary, a linear income, and the ultimate goal is just security. Now look at the right. This is the rewire. The wealthy see a dollar as a soldier to send out to bring back more dollars. They see it as something to invest. They aren't just thinking about a paycheck, they're focused on exponential growth. And for them, money isn't just about being secure, it's about being free. Okay, so once you've got the mindset right, it's time to build. And you have to think about it like building a fortress. You need a solid, unshakable foundation. Now, this is the part that isn't sexy. It's the part everyone wants to skip to get to the exciting stuff. And it is precisely why so many people fail. These are the 4 cornerstones. You can't skip a single one. First, you need an emergency fund because life is going to happen. A car breaks down. You lose a job. This fund is what keeps a molehill from becoming a mountain. Second, you have to destroy high-interest debt. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a giant hole in the bottom. Third, insurance. This protects your fortress from those big outside catastrophes you can't control. And finally, number 4, education. You gotta learn before you earn. You wouldn't fly a plane without lessons, so why would you invest your money without understanding the game? And I really want to double down on that debt piece for a second. The source uses this incredibly powerful metaphor, calling consumer debt financial cancer. And that's exactly what it is. It's not just holding you back, it's an aggressive disease that is actively eating away at your financial future from the inside. You have to get rid of it. Now, once that fortress is secure, once the foundation is solid, now we get to the fun part. This is where you switch from playing defense to playing offense. This is where you finally start making your money work hard for you instead of you always working hard for it. So how do you do that? You build a machine that runs on a concept so powerful that Albert Einstein himself supposedly called it the 8th wonder of the world. And that concept is compounding. And this is that machine in action. Let's say you start with $10,000. After 10 years, it's more than tripled. That's pretty cool. But look what happens in the next 10 years. It triples again. And then in the decade after that, it more than triples again. The growth isn't a straight line. It's a curve that gets steeper and steeper. It literally snowballs. This is why your single greatest asset as an investor isn't money, it's time. All right, so we've talked about the rigged game, the mindset shift, the fortress, and the growth engine. But none of this matters, none of it, if you don't do something with it. Knowledge without action is completely and utterly worthless. So it all boils down to this one question. It's not about, can you do this? The path is actually really simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. The real question is, will you? So what can you do like right now, the second this is over? Here's your 4-step action plan. Step 1, calculate your net worth. Just assets minus liabilities. It'll take you 15 minutes and it gives you your starting line. Step 2, figure out your first step for that emergency fund. Maybe it's just setting up an automatic transfer of $50, small wins. Step 3, list your debts from highest interest rate to lowest. Now you know your enemy. And step 4, the easiest one of all, just open an investment account. You don't even have to put money in it yet, just open it. These small actions create unstoppable momentum. Because in the end, that's what this is all about. This was never really about just getting rich. It's about buying back your time. It's about having options. It's about designing a life where you are in control. It's about freedom. So, the rules of the game are on the table. The choice is yours.